Yo guys, this is your artist Tolg, and today I will show you how to draw this Gotenks SSj3 full body with aura. And as always, please watch the whole video, like the video, and subscribe if you are new, that would be amazing. So we need an A4 size paper sheet in portrait mode, a pencil, an eraser and a ruler. Now we're gonna halve the paper and then we add a small 2 to 3 cm guideline for the face on top. And with these two guidelines, we will now create the whole drawing, starting with the eye part. As SSj3 has no eyebrows, the front part above the eyes will stand out a lot and the eyes we will place on the horizontal line. Then we will draw the big iris with pupils, and we will draw the iris very centered in the eye. As Gotenks is very young, the nose will be very small and the mouth is open with the teeth pressed together, and we will give Gotenks a nice smirk. We are also placing the nose and the mouth in the center of the face, and therefore the vertical line is very helpful. For the face shape, we are also using the two guidelines as orientation, and same goes for the forehead. As I told you, these lines are very important and they will make it much easier for you to draw correctly. Gotenks has a similar hairline like Vegeta but not that high, and we will draw the ears next to the eyes and make sure that both ears are the same size, and for that you can use the ruler. Alright, I like the face a lot, and before we draw the hair, we will draw the upper body first. If you have seen my previous tutorials, you know that I always draw the rough shape of the body first, just to get an idea of how the pose is going to be, and also how the muscle shape is. That way it's also way easier to get the proportions right. Gotenks will cross his arms, and we will draw the very rough shape of that, and also for the fusion jacket. And once we got that, we can draw more detailed. The fusion jacket has huge pads on the shoulder and neck area, and the jacket itself is very short, but we can't see that right now because of the arms. And as you know, I draw my characters more muscular and defined than usual, but as Gotenks is young and slim, we will draw him very close to the original design today. We will make sure that both sides of the pads are the same height, and we will also check both sides of Gotenks during the whole sketching for the symmetry. So drawing cross arms can be quite difficult, but as we got the rough shape already, now we pretty much just improve the shape of the muscles and also position the arms a bit better. The hands will disappear behind the biceps, and also pay attention that both elbows and shoulders are on the same level. Perfect. I really like how the cross arms turn out, and now we will draw the thin waist with the thick belt which is wrapped around the waist. And we can also see the end of the short jacket behind the arms. Very good. The upper body is done, and now we will draw the long Super Saiyan 3 hair. Here as well we're gonna start with the very rough shape so we can get an idea how the hair is going to look. And then we can pretty much improve the shape of each hair strand, which are very thick in the beginning and very spiky in the end. And to add more dynamics to the hair, we will draw each hair strand quite different, but just a bit. Therefore we draw them in different sizes and directions, but nothing really crazy. Just some small differences, that's enough. Perfect. The upper part of the hair is done, and before we continue with the lower part, we're gonna draw the legs first. So Gotenks is wearing very loose and white pants, just like most Dragon Ball characters, and here as well, we're starting with the shape. And as Gotenks is wearing bandages around most his lower legs, the pants already ends up below the knee part. The pants will have lots of wrinkles, and we will add more wrinkles to the parts where the belt and the bandages are. Alright, the pants look really good, and now we will draw the ribbon of the belt with some waves to give it more dynamics as well. Looking very good, and now we can finish up the hair. On the lower part of the hair we got way bigger, thicker, but fewer hair strands. And here as well, I'm drawing the shape of the hair first, and after that drawing it detailed is so easy. Perfect guys, we are almost done, and now we will draw the lower leg with the bandages and then the feet. Here as well, we make sure that both legs and feet are the same size and on the same level. The bandages are very tight around the legs and the shoes will have a very simple design. Alright, there we have the final sketch. I think that wasn't that hard to draw and the result is great. Now we can do the inking, and therefore we are using one thicker pen for bigger areas to ink and a very thin pen for more detailed and finer areas like the face. And as we drew the sketch that accurate, now we can just trace the whole sketch. The only thing we have to look for now is to ink each line as accurate and clean as possible. Just take your time on this, and once we are done with that, we can do a second layer of ink after erasing. Now we're basically redrawing the whole thing one more time, and with that we are improving the lines, making them even more accurate, making them thicker and adding a bit more details to the character. I do that for all of my drawings without exception. I know that takes a bit more time, but it's definitely worth it. Alright guys, the inking is also complete and I think it looks really good. Very clean, and now we can start with the coloring. I already choose the right color tones for Gotenks, and as you can see, I'm using markers from different brands. I am using Ohuhu markers, Copics and ARTX markers, but you can use any marker brand you want, even color pencils. The process is the same. We are starting with the skin, and here we will start with the base bright tone, and we are covering the whole face except of some white parts on the outer parts of the face. Then we are using the next darker tone for the shading, and we are adding the shades to the inner part of Gotenks because of the aura. And the next darker color tone is very important to give the skin the necessary definition and deepness. In my opinion, this is the most important shades which you can add to your character. And we are going to do this exact same process for the entire skin, and we will add the shades to the inner part, which makes the outer part of the skin brighter, and we are adding the darker shades along the muscle definition. Perfect. Now we will color the iris with some different blue and green tones, adding a white dot to each eye with a gel pen and some light gray shades to the eyes and teeth. And then we will color the fusion jacket. The pads are yellow with brownish shades, and we will also leave some white parts on the outer parts of the pads for the shiny effect. We also need a way darker tone for the dark shades, which gives these pads the important definition, and we are adding these shades on the inner parts for some more deepness. And the jacket itself is blue, and therefore we will use a medium blue tone and a way darker blue tone for the shades, and also a black tone for the final details. The wristbands are black with a very bright part on top, and therefore we need some light gray tones. Alright, I love the area, and now we can color the huge yellow Super Saiyan 3 hair, and we will start with the shades, and therefore we need a strong yellow tone. We are adding the shades along the hairlines, and these shades will cover most of the hair. For the white parts, we are using a very bright yellow tone and then a more brownish yellow tone for the shades, also along the hairlines. With this tone, we will give the hair a lot of deepness, and we will also use another darker brown tone for some extra deepness, of course along the hairlines as well. And this is pretty much the process, guys. We will now do the same thing for the entire hair, and I think you will do that with ease. Just orientate yourself on the hairlines for the shading. Perfect. We are now done with the hair as well, and now we can continue with the lower part of Gotenks, starting with the belt. The belt and the bandages are turquoise, and we are using 3 different turquoise tones, one brighter, one medium, and one dark one for the shades. We will add the shades on the inner part, so the outer parts can be brighter. Very good. I love the colors, and now continuing with the shoes. The shoes are black with some dark and bright gray tones for the brighter parts. And now the pants. Here we will use a bright blue tone for the shading, and the base color tone of the pants will be white. We are adding the shades on the inner part of the pants, also along with the wrinkles. And as the pants have lots of wrinkles, we can add lots of shades to the pants. And for the deeper shades, we can use a brighter turquoise tone as well, of course along the wrinkles as well. We are also using the same dark turquoise tone for the belt to add even darker shades to the pants, and this is also the exact same process for the other leg. You know how it goes, guys, so let's go. Perfect, guys. Gotenks is done and he looks great. And now we will surround him with a very big aura, and therefore we need a medium yellow tone, and with that I'm already shaping the aura. And now we will use the brush tip and we will do lots of strokes coming out of Gotenks. And drawing the aura like this takes a bit of time and patience, so do it slow and take your time. The important thing is to use the brush tip lightly and do one stroke after the other. Great. Now we will color the inner part of the aura with a bright yellow tone, and very close to Gotenks we will leave it white to add another brighter layer to the aura. Perfect. And now we will use a yellow color pencil to give the outer part of the aura the spiky details. Same technique as before, lots of strokes for the entire outer parts. Alright guys, last touch and then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks with aura is done. I think it looks great. It's been a long time since I drew Gotenks, and here we have another full body drawing tutorial, and I hope you guys learned something today. Alright guys, now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Also give me inspiration for future tutorials and like the video to show me your support. You can also support me on Patreon if you appreciate my work, that would be amazing. I will of course upload this in full time on my real-time channel, so you can follow my steps even easier. The one and only original drawing is now available on Etsy, and for commissions, message me on Instagram. And if your custom drawing fits to my channel, I will make a video out of it and mention your name in the video. All the links down below in the info box, including the links to the materials I'm using. That's it guys, thank you all for watching, and I see you on the next